Not all of our facilities have been able to open as quickly as we were with those 20 sites. We had 8 that were significantly damaged that still require a lot of repairs, though we are bringing some back online. DeSoto Park here that you see behind me is one of those examples, and they're open this morning for summer break camp for the first time in a long time. DeSoto's been able to open quicker than other sites because their damage was limited because of HVAC system. But we have other sites that have multiple systems impacted: drywall, electrical, plumbing, a lot of things that require a lot of different contractors and trades to come in, and it takes time, especially with the demand of the recovery of the hurricanes. Some sites also have specialized equipment. Historic pools like Roy Jenkins Pool has equipment that's no longer supported by a manufacturer, so we have to update that equipment and make sure that it can combine with the existing pool infrastructure. So this all requires contractors from multiple trades, extensive cleaning, equipment replacing, especially the specialty equipment, which is difficult to source and takes a long lead time. I am happy to say that these repairs are ongoing, and we're looking forward to having almost all of our sites back up and running within the next 90 days. And we understand, as many in the city have been devastated by the impacts of these storms, Parks and Recreation is also still recovering. There's been great progress towards bringing these areas back, and the majority should be in full operation, like I said, in 90 days. With that, I'll introduce Adri Kalina, our Director of Logistics and Asset Management, who can go into some details of how her teams have approached this. Adri?
Thank you, Director Mulkey. I just want to take a minute to remind everyone of what Director Mulkey just said about the team. The Logistics and Asset Management Department's team does the same thing. Pre-storm, we are securing the citywide, similar to what everyone does at their own home. We're securing sites to make sure nothing goes airborne. Our artwork needs to be boarded up to make sure it isn't damaged. And then the team goes to our emergency response centers to set up generators, and then they prepare their homes and report back to duty. So like the Parks and Rec team, all city departments have staff that aren't hunkering down at home with their families, but they're working, they're ready, hunkered down in the emergency response centers to make sure the city of Tampa gets up and running as soon as possible. Once the storm passes, the teams, when it's safe to go out, they start clearing roads, and the the facility team of Logistics and Asset Management goes assessing our public facilities. Once that ends and we know what the damage is, then they start scheduling the work to be done. And that isn't easy either, because then they have to work with our insurance, our risk team, and every single repair needs to be in FEMA compliance. So there's a lot of work that has been happening. 272 sites citywide were damaged. Citywide. Of that, 179 were Parks and Rec sites. So the lion's share, 66%, belong to Parks and Rec. Once we start renovating the sites and doing the repairs, our team focuses on public safety first, so police and fire sites are repaired, and then we work hand in hand with Parks and Rec, because we know how heavily the community relies on these community centers and how they want to get back to normal. I need to really recognize the facility management team that's behind me. They have been working nonstop for you, to get the city back to normal for you. And I just want to make sure that everyone realizes how hard the City of Tampa employees work all the time, but especially in times of emergencies. We are here for you. We are continuing to get the city repaired. We have $17 million of repairs to do. That doesn't count, as Mayor Castor said, the Ballast Point Pier, and of course Fire Station 17, which is on Davis Island. So make no mistake, we are very diligent in what we do. We are here for you, and we look forward to getting the City of Tampa back in order. Thank you.
All right. So, in conclusion, the City of Tampa is still recovering from Helene and Milton, just as many of our residents are in a number of neighborhoods across the city. We have worked to provide additional funding for those individuals that are remodeling their homes, that are having to meet high insurance deductibles. whatever we can do to help our community, we are trying. And this is an all hands on board effort, not just with the City of Tampa teams that you see behind me, but also working with the state and working with FEMA collaboratively to make sure that everyone is able to get back up on their feet and recover from these two devastating events that hit our community. Now I'll open it up for any questions anybody may have.
Mayor, can you speak to kind of what this hit does to these communities over spring break and how important it is for you all to get there before that summer break deadline?
It is. It's really important, and we knew this, but the lesson was really underscored during COVID. Very proud of our team, Parks and Recreation, actually the entire city team during COVID, when many individuals couldn't make that decision if they wanted to work from home. They had to go to work and they had no place. Schools were closed and they had no place for their children. And so our Parks and Recreation team opened up a number of facilities, put Wi-Fi in there, and had recreation personnel volunteer to go in and help the kids maintain, keep up with their schoolwork, and ensure they had constructive outlets for their energy. Same thing with spring break. Parents don't have a way to ensure their kids are safe and involved in constructive activities during spring break and even across the summer. And our amazing team behind me provides those programs and those constructive outlets for the kids to make sure that they stay safe. Not only do they stay safe, but they continue to grow over the spring break period, and they don't lag behind from a lack of education or regular schooling. I might also add that we employ over 300 young people during the summer, and we first geared our marketing towards the kids, and now I try to gear that marketing towards their parents, because we employ kids 16 and above for $15 an hour during the summer. One of the areas that we strive to fill every year, very importantly, are our lifeguards. If we don't have lifeguards, we can't open our pools. And so we provide the training for free, so when the kids go off to college, they already have that certification that they can continue to work and make money where they go off to college before they come back to the city of Tampa. So 300 summer jobs, $15 an hour. We need our youth to start signing up right now. Anybody else?
I don't know if you mentioned this at the beginning, so apologies if you did, but these past two storms, the devastation of the parks, did it compare to previous storms that have stripped through?
Yeah, we've never had, as I often say, born and raised here in Tampa, I'm 65 years old, I've never seen the devastation from either storm, and then the combination in a matter of 13 days was something that I've never experienced, and I don't think many residents in our city have experienced either. And it hit particularly hard neighborhoods like this in Palmetto Beach, in Forest Hills, the Overlook neighborhood, Port Tampa, Davis Islands. Those areas were impacted dramatically from either Helene or Milton. All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.